Hi everyone, and welcome back to Ask Alexa Therapy Facebook Live. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and thank you for sending in all your amazing questions each week. Remember, if you want to send in any questions, please send them to info@askalexatherapy.com or right here on Facebook. I'll be answering the questions each week on Facebook Live and also each month on a special half-hour episode dedicated to you, the viewers, questions from you. Again, thank you so much for tuning in and also sending in all your questions. Let's get to tonight's question. Dear Ask Alexa Therapy, I was just wondering if you could touch on people that were so full of life. They walked fast, for instance, kept busy, laughed all the time, to going to being depressed and giving up on life. For instance, my mother, from a car accident a few years ago, has now gotten Parkinson's, lost her hearing, and it also caused eye damage. She can no longer work her fun job or drive. She's not even fixing her hair or wearing pretty clothes. It depresses me to see her like this. It's a fight to get her to challenge her mind. I feel guilty if I don't push her hard enough, and then I feel bad that I push her too much. Please, Alexa, help me with this and give me your wisdom. This is such a great question and such a tough question. And unfortunately, I feel that this topic isn't discussed enough. And also, we're not prepared for things like this. I think, it's always so hard to know, yes, our parents are going to get older, they're going to age, illness can happen, and sometimes it's so hard to prepare yourself for that. But I think as time goes by from this viewer, we start to see different stages in our parents and our aging parents. Different things start changing. They might not be able to move as quickly anymore. They might not be able to do physically the things that they used to. Driving, picking things up, maybe cleaning, driving at night, or going places alone. And I think that add the Parkinson and then some also physical ailments really makes this aging process even harder for the person themselves, but also for the family members and the loved ones close by. A lot of times the clients that I work with that are in the aging process and going through this stage in their life, this transition, they feel that they've lost hope. They feel that they've lost their independence. They've lost their passion in life of what they can do and what will be the next thing that they can accomplish. And I know so many times that when we're younger, we maybe not understand that, or we don't understand, well, what happens? We get older, we have to slow down. And we almost look at it as when we're younger that, when we retire, we get older, we won't be in the grind like this anymore. We don't have to keep running. But I think once you hit that age and life really is slowing down, your memory, your mind, your body is not reacting or responding the way it once used to. It becomes a grieving process. And it sounds like your mom is going through the grieving process, grieving who she used to be, and now grieving what her life has turned out to be. But just because someone is getting older, just because they're slowing down physically, mentally, emotionally, doesn't mean that they can't have hope in life. Doesn't mean that they don't have an exciting life ahead of them. And I hate it sometimes people feel like they just have to give up. They feel like once they hit this age, what else is there? There's so much more for this person, for your mom, to look for. I would encourage you to find other Parkinson groups, maybe from her primary care doctor or a Parkinson group local by from a local hospital, either it be online or meetings in person, because I find it's so important for people who are suffering from either a mental illness, mental health issues, but also physical issues and medical issues. These groups help them almost normalize and validate their feelings. And also they know that they're not going through this alone. They have other people who have an idea of how they're feeling, what they're doing, so they can express how they're feeling, but also they can get that hope. They can get that passion from those around them, knowing, look, this is a testimony. Other people are going through what I'm going through, and they're leading happy lives. They have that motivation to get up and maybe get dressed. And I know sometimes, a lot of times when people are getting older, the depression starts to seep in and start going with the grieving process. So you might be seeing that with your mom. I know there's also a lot of mental and also cognitive and physical impairments, but I think a lot of times when someone is grieving, they don't really apply too much of their daily living skills, which might be getting dressed, going for walks, eating, sleeping. So I would also keep an eye out on that and speak to your mom's primary care physician if she gives you the permission to do that, and also get advice from them, because also these doctors have seen this a lot, so they can give you some really, really great tips on how you can share some resources for your mom. And also I would look up podcasts that are on the internet, radio, whatever it is, YouTube, and find ones that are on the topic. Find trusted ones that have been recommended, and just allow your mom to listen to them. And it's okay if your mom doesn't want to, or she's against it, or feels like, what is this going to do? I don't really want to do something like this. It's okay. I say it's always about planting the seed. The more and more your mom listens to podcasts, even goes to groups, she doesn't even have to share or be part of it and participate, but she'll be hearing from other people. And if she can get just one idea, one glimmer of hope, one tool or coping skill that will really help her, make her life a little bit easier, make her life a little bit more joyful and peaceful, it is so, so amazing. So I know it sounds very, very discouraging for you. And I can only imagine what it's like to watch your loved one, your mother, suffer like this, especially when you've seen her this way, where she was vibrant, she was working, she was happy, she was taking care of herself, kind of translating and transitioning into somebody else. But don't give up. There's always hope, and there's always resources. And I think also for you, maybe you can look into a group for caregivers, group for children of aging parents, and how to deal with that, and also for Parkinson's, because one person alone can't handle all of this. And I know as children, adult children, we take care of our parents, we want to do everything, but we need outside help too. We need a team. We need a community. So I'd really recommend strongly that you reach out for groups for yourself or podcasts and speak to others so you can have support for yourself, so then you can really support your mom too. I know it's hard. Sometimes you feel like you're pushing your mom too much, and then you kind of take a step back, and then you feel, I'm not challenging her, I'm not encouraging her. But know that you're doing the best that you can. There isn't any guidebook. There isn't some instruction guide that we all have that we know how to do this. These are our parents. These are our loved ones. It's difficult. So allow yourself to also grieve that for yourself, the loss and the transition. It doesn't mean that your mom still can't be your mom. You can still remember those incredible memories, but also make new wonderful memories in a different way. I would start new traditions and new goals. But I think it's really something for you and your mom to be working on separately, but then also together if your mom is willing to do that. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for this wonderful question. I've been getting so much feedback since I've also posted this during the week promoting this episode that you're not alone. There are so many other viewers that have reached out to me with similar concerns and similar situations. So know, everyone, you're not alone. You have resources out there. You have support, and keep showing up and keep knowing that there's always that light at the end of the tunnel. So again, please send all questions to info@askalexatherapy.com or right here on Facebook. Hi, Lois. Hi, Mary Kay and Paul and Brian. Thank you so much for tuning in. Keep sending in your questions each week, and I'll definitely answer them each Sunday or during the Alexa show. And please look out for the new episode coming up any day now from the Alexa show. I have an incredible, incredible guest with such a tough story, a struggle, but really showing how she made it through and was able to work through it and also fight for her passion and her dream. I'm so excited to be here each week for you and also for the Alexa show, because I find so many times what we need is hope. What we need is someone to relate to. We need a community. And we need a place, a platform where we can come out and discuss what's going on. Because let's be serious, no one's life is perfect. We're all struggling with something. We're all dealing with something, and that's life. And I know it's really hard, but we shouldn't be ashamed of it. We shouldn't feel guilty for it. And I don't want you feeling alone about it either. We're always here, and there's always a way and that light at the end of the tunnel. So again, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next Sunday at 6 o'clock. Everybody, have a good night and God bless.